Welcome on site to Mor Brook Bridge. This is where the Severn Valley Railway suffered a devastating embankment collapse at the end of January. And since then, the northernmost section of our line has been shut off. We haven't been able to run the full length of the line. Happily, our contractors, CML, took possession of the site last week, and we've got our special permission to be here today so that we can show you what's happening. Normally, this is completely out of bounds. So much has already taken place and there's loads to do, and it's a fascinating story of how this is going to be achieved.
This is something different. This is not a run-of-the-mill failure. Very glad to be boots on ground and going with it, and looking forward to the progress.
So since the contractors have been on site, they've been digging out the soil either side of the arch to try and balance the loading on the arch to make sure that we don't compromise the arch during the construction. So all that work's been going on, and we're now getting ready to start some of the temporary works to get access across the brook to start constructing the new retaining wall.
And it's a clever solution that's been proposed here. Just talk us through what's going to happen.
So the clever solution is we're using what are called legato blocks. They're like big Lego blocks, and they lock together. There's over 100 that are going to be used in total. So there's a new foundation to put in, and those blocks will then form the new retaining wall. And then once that's up, we'll start backfilling both sides up to top of arch, and then on top of the arch are some precast units which form the track bed for the reinstatement of the rail. We've had to get ecological surveys done to check for fish and other animals, so particularly otters, white-tailed crayfish have all had to be looked at to check whether they're in the river before we carry out the works. So fortunately they came back that there weren't any, but we've still had to do a lot of work to make sure that the brook is clean, and that we can put the temporary works in to get across to the far side to start constructing the retaining wall.
So one of the jobs you're going to have to do is actually culvert this watercourse. Just talk through what that's going to look like and how you're going to do it.
So we're putting metal tubes into the watercourse so that the water can carry on flowing, and then we'll build up on top of that so that we can get access, because unfortunately the site compound is on one side of the brook and the retaining wall is on the other side, so we have to be able to get across the brook. Again, that's taken a lot of permissions to be able to get that temporary work sorted. We've had involvement from a lot of people. Funding from the first point of view, without everybody's funding we would not have been able to get to this point so far, so very thankful for everybody who's donated towards the project, but also the help that we've had from our local MP who's been pushing Shropshire Council to make sure that we can get the permissions. Also help from National Grid, because we've got cables here as well that cross the area where we need to work. So overall we've had a lot of assistance and help from a huge amount of people who I can't reference everybody today, but we are very thankful for that help that we've had.
How many people are going to be involved here with CML over the course of this job?
Roughly between 15 and 20 people on site. That's what we'll be looking at really on a day-to-day basis.
So it's all go really, isn't it?
It's all go, yes.
Everyone at the SVR is so relieved that we've finally got this complex repair task underway. Fingers crossed, we'll have it all finished and have the line reopened towards the end of July. And make no mistake, we're going to pull out something really big to celebrate that long-awaited day.